Good morning, everyone. This is Sloth here. Early morning right now. It's I just woke up and having my first cup of coffee and logged in. Um, I wanted to do a video. This isn't. I want to do Titan hits and raids / bloody war today. We just got matched up with our next war competition. MK Brazil will be our next competition, and their team score 219 184 against us, which is 218 737. So that should be a good war. We have yet to pick our war tank color, but we'll be doing that soon. The current Titan is the Chaos Spider, and I actually, for the first time, I'll show you here. I've been leveling. I wouldn't say power leveling. It kind of is a power level. I just been kind of doing it in spurts rather than all at once. But I've been power leveling Ranveer, and this is the first time I brought him out on my Titan hits. This is my current Titan team for the Chaos Spider, and I'm just going to show you a little bit of my roster and me leveling him. So Ranveer's right here. I have him at 339 right now. He's maxed out on his special. That just happened this morning when I woke up. I got the last level on that. I wasn't too worried though, because I have another ascension coming. However, with my ascension items, I need 3 more darts, 3 more poison darts to finish him. So it looks like right now my leveling on him will only be up to 370 until I get those darts, and that'll happen in time, and everyone will run into that. But I want to talk a little bit about your roster for an intermediate player. So let me just show you mine real quick. So we'll look at the 5 stars that I actually have, usable 5 stars right now. It looks like I have the 5 up top. Ranveer's usable. I'm more or less just going to use him in Titan hits right now. But then I have Marjana, Cadillin, Quintus, Anzog. He'll probably be the next one that I go ahead and power level through his last bit there. But I really need a Titan hitter, so that'll bring me to the point that I'm going to make on this. But I also have Domitia. As you can see, I need trap tools and the good old royal tabard for her. And that's all the 5 stars I have. And they're not even 5 stars fully extended, right? So fully extended 5 stars I have 1, 2, 7. And I have 4 I'm working on. So that would give me 11, which is pretty good now. And I didn't always have that many. The reason I've been getting them is, of course, a couple heroes of the month there, right? Anzog and Ranveer. But what I'm doing each month is I am running a TC20 for the entire month. So I'm getting a little excited. I get to pull this soon. I'm probably going to pull it once. If you look here, this training for an additional hero is about finished. I'll probably go ahead and there's only 2 hours and 5 minutes left on that. I'll probably go ahead and let that run through another one and then do my pool, and that'll be on the 1st of August is when that will complete, and then I'll let it run the entire month of August again. So that's kind of where I get the majority of my 5 stars, and the 5 stars I have waiting are Elkanin, Justice, 2 Junes, and then my 4 stars, which, you know, obviously you're leveling your 4 stars throughout, your play. So you start with your 3 stars. Everyone knows. You start getting those. Here's like my 3-star lineup. Malia runs the whole way down to Brienne. I have some other 3 stars down here that I'd like to get going. So we have Gatto, Friar Tuck, Hassan, Gilra, Armin. Got a bunch of muggies. I saw this one raid hit with just all muggies against like a 5-star team, and it pulled it out, and it was just really inspiring. So I figured I'd get 5 muggies level 1 and try that someday, just as a fun thing. There's a second Friar Tuck. I got an Azar and a Balthazar as well. But everyone will start and they'll get their 3 stars going, and then they'll move up to their 4 stars. And I made quite a bit of mistakes in all that, just going through. I didn't have a lot of guidance. I wasn't really watching videos from top players at that point. I didn't even think about it, to be honest with you, on YouTube. The biggest thing that I'm in need of right now, whether I'm running 5 stars, 4 stars, is that I want to have enough healers on my team for my wars, and that's where it really comes into play. Like, anyone can have good healers just for world play or even raids, because you can use the same one over and over. But really, where your roster really, you get to see either the deficiencies or the strengths of it, is in wars, when you can only use that hero one time, and then you have to go on to other heroes. And the biggest problem I'm running into right now is healing. Okay, so I have 2 Bold Tusks as healers. Anzog's a healer, as you can see right there. Okay, I have Ariel as my only 5-star healer right now. Anzog will be a kind of 5-star attack hero once I get him done. I have Kirill, I have a Sabina, I have a Kashrek, a Melindor, and as you can see, and then I also have a Rigard. So as you can see, I don't quite have what you might want to have just in your arsenal, is 2 healers per team for a raid, and that depends on what type of raid you're doing, what your opponents are, but it's good to have that option. And I have 2 cleansers. I have 2 healers that are debuffers. I have 2 healers that are buffers. Well, 3 actually, because Ariel is a cleanser as well as a buffer. If you don't know, she gives 24% mana generation for 4 turns as well, which is really great. So what I need to start doing at some point here real soon is I need to start leveling my 4 stars, unless I get another 5-star healer through my pool, and I'm kind of waiting on that. But I need to start healing or leveling healers. I need more healers on my team. So the first ones I'm looking at is because I have debuffers as heroes that are attackers, right? So I have Caedmon is a debuffer. Sonya's a debuffer. Buddy kind of is a debuffer, but he doesn't remove everything, but he does defense down, which is great, right? And also attack down. So that'll wipe any of those buffs. If they got an up defense or an up attack, it'll wipe that out. Domitia is also, she dispels buffs from the enemy and nearby enemies, so she does a group of them. So I don't, and then of course I have Bold Tusk too. I had 2 of those I didn't mention, but I really need some more options when it comes to taking my teams in and getting those. So my first thought is, I think I might do Krill, but I also might do Triton, just simply because he is an attacker that can help increase healing. So the way I look at it, he's fast. He does 300% damage to the target at level 1, and that will increase as his special goes up. And then he'll give an increase to any healing received for 4 turns. So if you pair him with, say, a Rigard, who can do like 40% health recover or more, that he'll be able to do like 50%. So in that case, it's kind of like having 2 Boltusks going off for healing when it's just 1 Rigard and Triton's buff that assists him and aids him in that. But I would like to have, you can see I have 2 Rigards here that I can go ahead and level, and I have a hero, as I showed you already. I have another Sabina and another Melindor. So I don't lack the ability to, and a third Boltusk of all things. I don't lack the ability to have healers. It's just prioritizing my heroes to have that. And right now I'm finding in wars that I really do need extra healers. So even though I have all these other heroes that I really want to kind of get up for attack and everything, like Demidia, like I was telling you about her, Anzog, I was telling you about him. Quintus, I'm about done with. I'm going to cap him off here at some point at 80 and just let him be. I really need to transition at some point to healing. And if you're not at the 5-star level, you're just at the 4-star level. Again, it's just as important. Even at the 3-star level, it's just as important to have your healers. Okay, and 3-star, I only have Belith, Hawkmoon. I have my defense and shared mana with Kalani and Gunner, but I would need more healing for even my 3-star team if I was at that level, you know. So I would focus on Friar Tuck, right, and get him going, and that. So just want to say, you know, it's easy to look at the guides and say, okay, what's my best hero? I need to level that one. But what you really need to do is you need to look at your team and what your team needs are. So I have, you know, damage dealers. I have mana stall. I have all these options. But when I'm in war, I'm noticing that I'm selecting my heroes. I'm actually lacking the ability to bring additional healers into my teams. So for me, even though I have some 5-stars that I would like to get going, like Elkanin, maybe a second June, right? I find that my biggest thing that would probably help me the most would be getting some 4-star healers going instead. And as you know, mats are much more easier to come by for 4-stars than 5-stars anyway. So I just want to encourage you to really kind of look at your team, right? If you're really heavy on a certain color, even, like I have quite a bit of the dark heroes, but then I'm looking at my 4-star yellows. So my yellows, I'm looking at just Danzaburo, Chow, Lee. And then aside from that, I have Drake, June, and Ranveer. So I'm kind of, compared to my dark, that they're really kind of lower. My blues, I have Captain of Diamonds, which is situational. I use him when, like, anytime that there is he's really good with the Queen of Hearts, right? Because her taunt card is a minion, and his special is he does direct damage to the target. He's fast, but he destroys all minions from the target, but he'll attack again a target if minions were destroyed. So he'll attack, and as long as there's a minion in front of the thing, he'll keep getting an attack in. And he does really good on, I call it crowd control, but it's just like minion attack. So if the Queen of Hearts has her taunt card up and you can get him as a fast mana going, that's really helpful. Also, anyone else that has those heroes that give any kind of group minions. He's real good because you can go around the lineup. He doesn't hit all of them all the time. Sometimes he has for me, but once he hits someone that no longer has a minion, he'll stop his attack. But he's real handy with that. But as you can see, I only have 4 stars maxed with my blues, and then up here I have 3 more. My greens, right here I have 6 greens and a Tomos. No greens up here, so I have 6 of them. And reds, I have 4 here that are pretty much usable at my level. So I got Guardian, Falcon, Anzog, Voltusk, Colin, and then up here I have 2 more, Voltusk and Marjana. So what I basically have for the most part is like 3, I'm sorry, not 3, like close to 6 rainbow teams with the heavy set on dark. And I would probably want to look at, depending what I get from my training camp 20 or any of my summons or things of that nature, I'll probably look at evening out that, but with a heavy focus on bringing healers up and getting those into the colors that I feel like I have less of or I'm lacking on at this time. So just a little bit of a roster. Again, your roster is different than anyone else's, and you need to really kind of look at what you have. And let's watch this real quick. Oh, that's right, it won't do it for me. So just really look at your roster for what you have and decide on it based on that. Decide on it based on your weaknesses and what you need to get better at, and go from there. Okay, so that's just a real quick, well, not too quick. I've been doing this for over 15 minutes, so I hope that helped a little bit with your heroes, using mine as an example. And I'll be back on later with some raid/tournament hits. I'm just waiting for, let's see my defense here real quick. Oh, that's bad. I won my first one and I've been getting smoked since then. But yeah, I'm just waiting for my mission chest for heroes to reset. But I hope that was helpful, everyone, and I hope you have an amazing morning. And thanks for tuning in and watching. So this is Sloth tuning out for right now, but I'll be back later. Talk to you then. Bye bye.